8 people indicted in a North Charleston corruption investigation, including 3 elected officials. Profound betrayal is how U.S. Attorney Brook Andrews describes the probe. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ann McGill. This was a 12-month-long investigation conducted by the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office. Joining me now, Live 5's investigative reporter Emily Johnson. And Emily, today we learned 3 city council members face charges of embezzlement, bribery, fraud, and that list goes on. You were at that news conference for us this afternoon. Break it all down for us.
Yes, and well, City Councilmen Jerome, Heyward, Mike A. Brown, Sandino, Moses face these charges, and along with their associates, Tory, Fields, Aaron Hicks, Donavan Moten, Lorenzo and Michelle Stent-Hilton. Now, these elected officials pledged to uphold the law, act with integrity, and place the public interest over their own. Yet the allegations coming out of this corruption investigation paint a very different picture. The FBI investigation began last February and included wiretaps of Heyward's phone calls, which court documents say produced evidence of the bribes. In those calls, documents say Heyward claimed to have significant influence and control over elected officials on city council. Brown even stated that he took this money to help with his son's wedding expenses. Heyward faces the largest number of charges at 14 counts. Brown faces 3 counts and Moses at 1 charge for not notifying authorities when learning of the scheme. Court documents allege acts that involve extortion, bribery, and kickback schemes, including a payment related to the rezoning of the historic Baker Hospital site and North Charleston's violence reduction grants. The special agent in charge of the FBI Columbia office, Steve Jensen, said the charges allege the 8 used their positions of power and influence to orchestrate backdoor deals for personal gain.
The charges outlined are deeply troubling, and citizens have a right to expect honesty, fairness, and integrity from their leaders. The alleged actions of these defendants betray those principles. Public corruption not only leads to financial losses, but also erodes public confidence in our institutions. Let me be clear, no one is above the law.
4 people, including council members Heyward and Moses, along with Hicks and Moten, have agreed to plead guilty and are scheduled to enter their guilty pleas in federal court this Friday. The others, including Brown, will be arraigned on March 11th. Now, a big part of this investigation also involved a couple of nonprofits. Now, Michael Higdon has been digging into this aspect of the investigation. And Michael, this dates all the way back to 2022.
Yeah, so nearly 3 years ago, April of 2022, the city of North Charleston began discussing distributing funds to nonprofits in an effort to reduce violent crime. They were called the Violence Reduction Grants. According to court documents, 2 nonprofits, specifically Core for Success and Developing, Educating, and Empowering People of South Carolina, or Deep SC, told now former Councilman Jerome Heyward they would give him kickbacks if they were awarded that grant. Investigators say Heyward ultimately agreed. So in November of 2022, the North Charleston's Finance Committee, which Heyward was a part of, recommended to award money to nonprofits as part of its initiative to reduce gun violence. Heyward voted in favor of recommending both Deep SC and Core for Success. Heyward did not disclose any agreements with Michelle Stent-Hilton with Deep SC or Donavan Moten with Core for Success when the matter was presented to the committee and ultimately put to a vote. In exchange for support, court documents state that Stent-Hilton and Moten agreed to pay Heyward 20% of any money their nonprofits received from North Charleston. All of that money would be laundered through Lorenzo's nonprofit, Lorenzo Financial Services, out of North Carolina. On December 15th of 2022, North Charleston issued checks for $100,000 each to Deep SC and Core for Success. $40,000 was sent to Lorenzo Financial the next week, and a few days later, investigators say the money was wired to Heyward's checking account. Lorenzo herself also received close to $20,000 from both nonprofits. Now, all of those involved in this alleged conspiracy are charged with bribery and theft with respect to programs receiving federal funds, wire fraud, and money laundering.
All right, Michael, Emily, thank you very much. Now, this is a very detailed report, and our investigative team is digging into the accusations in this corruption investigation. You can find all of the information thus far on our website, and our team will continue to cover this story for you coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Now, the Charleston County Board of Registration and Election says it's holding a special election to fill Heyward's District 5 vacancy. That candidate filing opens up this Friday at noon and it will close Monday at noon. Candidates can file at the North Charleston headquarters. That's located at 4340 Corporate Road. Early voting begins May 12th, goes through May 23rd, and Election Day will be May 27th.